Good Monday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monday's Market Intel Brief here at Top Gun Options. My name is Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz, folks. An exciting week ahead. This really is decision point to see if this tech wreck, this most recent tech wreck, is over with or there's more pain to come. I mean, look at Amazon imploding here. But this is one of the things I want to debrief you on is take a look at that Amazon implosion in the past week and a half. And then I want to show you, take a look. I'll do the math for you. Let me just, men lie, numbers don't. So there's Amazon. Let me just pull up filled. And let's last 5 days. And we're going to do filled Amazon. In the last week, ladies and gentlemen, in closed Amazon trades, we saw a profit of $45,884 trading in and out of Amazon short calls. So as the underlying is getting hammered, when you're getting lemons from Amazon, what do? You make lemonade. $45,884. And then with some Twitter and AMC trading in the background, the Max Afterburner and Hunter's self-directed investment squad, my contributions last week totaled $55,788 in closed trades in my brokerage account, folks. So we're going to open up the doors, and only 4. We're going to do 4 Max Afterburner lifetime slots. Why? Because Bluto joined over the weekend, former F-15 Eagle guy. He's our newest lifetime member. So we only have 4 Max Afterburner lifetime slots left. But technically, well, I'm not going to say unlimited. We have a bunch of Hunter slots available as well. But here's what I'm going to do. On Thursday, December 9th, at 1 p.m., I'm going to do a brief. I'm going to give you a brief on the Max Afterburner Lifetime Group and the Hunter's Self-Directed Investment Clubs. All you need to do to register is head to go.topgunoptions.com/hunters. Okay, that's pretty easy to remember. Go.topgunoptions.com/hunters. I'm going to open up my real account here, folks, and show you what I do personally. That's what I share in these self-directed investment clubs. This is outside of Full Throttle. In the Full Throttle training program at Top Gun Options, we use paper trading accounts and simulators, and we don't want to put any real capital at risk. Well, guess what? In these investment clubs, we all kind of hang out together. There's 139 members in the Max Afterburner group, and then there's about 38 folks in the Hunters right now. I'll explain the difference between the two and everything around that. But so make sure you join us, excuse me, on Thursday at 1 p.m. Go.topgunoptions.com/hunters. All right, before we get airborne, also do me a favor, make sure you listen to episode 11 of the Max Afterburner podcast. You can listen to this on Spotify, iHeart, iTunes, or whatever the Apple booger eaters listen to stuff on. So just take a look at the Max Afterburner one, because it was an interesting week last week with abortion at the Supreme Court, the Omicron, and potential bear market, abortion, Omicron, bears, oh my. So take a look at, or take a listen to episode 11 of our Max Afterburner podcast. A lot of bad potentially out there, folks. The sophomore year of Joe Biden's presidency is going to be awful. Folks, we're only 12 months into this guy. Raging inflation, open border, COVID raging, you name it, it is awful. How do you think his sophomore year is going to be, the second year of his presidency? I'm going to tell you, it's going to be an absolute shit show. Raging inflation. You're in the middle of it, folks. Raging inflation. The Fed's going to be forced to act. They're going to have to crank up interest rates. We're going to experience stagflation. Oh, by the way, Russia's going to invade the rest of Ukraine. They already invaded eastern Ukraine under Barack Hussein Obama, who did nothing. And China will invade Taiwan. Oh, and by the way, over the weekend at the Nance nuclear plant in Iran, something went boom, and Israel's quiet. So Israel, Iran, Ukraine, Russia, and China, and Taiwan. What do you think? Sleepy Joe is going to do anything about any of this at all? The Afghanistan, let me remind you, it's 1 p.m. on December 6th, and there are still Americans trapped behind enemy lines in Afghanistan. The most humiliating military defeat in our nation's history. 20 years, trillions of dollars our generals, our admirals, our politicians spent with 7,000 lives, hundreds of thousands of innocent lives destroyed, only to give the Taliban back to the Taliban, Afghanistan, right? I mean, what a awful thing. Anyway, I don't want to rant too much about this. What am I getting at? I cannot, right? We make our money projecting our thoughts forward in this white space to the right side of the chart. No broker I know lets you trade off the left side of a chart, folks. You make your money on the right side of the chart. And this is what we do here at Top Gun Options. But when I project my thoughts forward in space and time, it ain't bullish. It is not bullish at all. Hey, real quick, by the way, on Friday, we're going to do a brief from the Mission Within. Dr. Polanco from the Mission Within is going to give us a brief on how he is saving veterans' lives and how, if you're interested in pursuing this medicine or this therapy, how you can do that. Matter of fact, we have a thread in the Ready Room right now talking about No Fallen Heroes, the movie, the documentary project that we're doing, No Fallen Heroes. And then there's some civilians. We got about 9 civilians in here right now, TGO members who are interested in pursuing maybe the medicine. So I will send out a link to Friday. Look at this. I posted it in the Max Afterburner groups already. That's why people are signing up. I will send out an email for you to register for the brief Friday, 10 a.m. Dr. Martine's going to come from the Mission Within brief us. Why do I brief us about that? Because since my treatment, folks, I have been trading lights out, man. Why? Because I really don't care. I mean, I care, but I don't care. Here's what I mean by that. I did yoga this morning, right? Before I went into yoga, the futures was this. When I came out of yoga, the market opened. It doesn't matter. If something is up or down, I just know everything is going to be okay. At the end of the day, I give it up to God. And, if you are wrapped around the axle, like if you looked at this last week and you're just absolutely devastated, a couple things. You're trading too large. The other thing is you needed to make lemonade, as Amazon last week gave us. First of all, look at Amazon. Rip your face off, rally, smash. Rip your face off, rally, smash. Rip your face off, rally, smash. Keep smashing? It could. It won't. So as Amazon imploded over the past week and a half, like I already told you, about $46,000 in closed Amazon trades last week. And the week before that, 30-ish, $34-ish thousand in closed trades. So in the past couple weeks in Amazon alone, we're looking at $70,000, $80,000 in closed Amazon trading profits. So when, not if, Amazon decides to turn around, that's all powder, man. That powder, you're printing money. You trimmed your sails during the storm, and then as the wind picks up, you're going even that much faster. I'm going to teach you how to do that, folks. But anyway, stocks and oil rally on hopes of milder COVID variant. Yay. Also, the Senate approved the bill averting the government shutdown. Good old Cocaine Mitch punted. I knew it. I knew this dude was going to he sent that letter back a month ago like, we're not going to help you avoid a government shutdown, Joe Biden. You own the House, the Senate, and the White House. You guys do it. And then he blinked, of course. So that's kind of that. You can drop that off the bearish radar for December. But this is really the deal here, folks. High inflation, falling unemployment prompted Powell's Fed pivot. So last week, this guy testified with Janet, the Treasury Secretary, and it was kind of shocking. Right? Let's take a look at the SPX over here, because for the first time in a long time, he didn't use Omicron or the COVID as an out. He's like, yeah, kind of a little creepy with Omicron. We'll see. But anyway, we got to raise interest rates and taper quicker than I thought. Whoa. So looking at this chart, folks, I'm going to go on record now saying it looks like our taper tantrum kind of already happened. So when, not if, they come out and say we're tapering faster, we already heard it. It might actually be bullish, right? Buy the rumor, sell the news, right? I think this will be buy the news. We sold the rumor last week when he told us that. Okay. Let's see. Hedge funds are liquidating at a furious pace. Retail investors are buying it all. So this tech wreck that we're going through right now is a buy the dip. All of them year to date have been a buy the dip. None of these tech wrecks have been massively sustained. Right? Let's look at SPX. You can look at a year-to-date chart of SPX. Every one. Pull back to the 50, bounce. Pull back to the 50, bounce. Pull back to the 50, bounce. Pull back to the 50, chop, nightmare, September, October shit show. Massive bounce. Pull back to the 50, bounce. Okay, the bullish narrative remains intact. The dude hasn't really started tapering yet, and he's definitely not close to raising interest rates, although that is going to happen next year. Talked about Apple last week, slid after warning of iPhone 13 demand. I can't believe I'm going to admit this. I'm now a booger eater. I bought an iPhone 13 last week. Everybody in my family is on the iPhone. I caved. But look at this. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. I'm going to give you 6 bullish headlines on Amazon from the last week. Amazon poised to pass UPS and FedEx to become the largest U.S. delivery service by early 2022. Who told you that was going to happen? I did. Years ago, I was a FedEx guy. I told you Amazon will destroy FedEx and UPS. Matter of fact, they'll start carrying packages for these guys. Happened, is happening. Last week, AWS, Amazon Web Services, announced a strategic partnership with Facebook, with Meta. Whoa. So this story alone is incredibly bullish for Amazon. This story alone is incredibly bullish for Amazon. Amazon's cloud unit launches new chips to take on Intel and NVIDIA. Folks, we know that there's a horrific chip shortage in the world. Another reason why China most likely will move on Taiwan. Taiwan, semiconductors, and the chip space. So this is its own bullish article. How about this? Goldman Sachs unveils Amazon-backed cloud service for Wall Street trading firms. Rivian. Rivian is having a beautiful day today. RIVN. Where is it? Rivian up 8% today. 8%. I'm going to start looking at Rivian here. Amazon has a massive stake in Rivian. You see these Amazon Prime trucks? Look, this one doesn't even have a window on it, folks. They're going to get rid of the drivers who complain, who need bathroom breaks, who get paid, and they're going to get rid of them. Now, as an American, I think that's horrible. What are we going to do with all these displaced workers that technology replaces them with? We're going to have to talk about that at another time because as Gordon Gekko, I think that's fantastic. Fire all of the drivers. That money goes to the bottom line. So you could not have more bullish news on Amazon. Goldman is its top pick for 2022. Everything's already priced in. So when you see all of that, folks, as it takes a break last week, did you panic or did you do what I did? Folks, I bought more. I bought more Amazon last week. I got long. I bought 5 more calls. I bought 5 Amazon 3700 calls that I added to my 10 3580 calls. Okay, now obviously they're a little blindingly red, but what's not pictured on the screen, folks, is the 70, 80 grand in the past 2 weeks of short call profits. Not just short call, in and out of long calls. Last week, as we had some Amazon bounces here, excuse me, I traded in and out of Amazon long calls. Okay, so we're having an absolute blast, folks. Like I said, everything that I do gets posted in these investment clubs. People can ask me questions. Hey, Wiz, you still holding these Amazon short calls? A firm. After these smashes, it tends to chop before takeoff. We'll see how the afternoon shakes out. Look at this, Pete. Out of the VXX bear call spread that we placed last week, 60% profit target hit. How's my VXX looking? I placed this last week. Up $1,200. Mine's up 40%. Up 40%. Not too bad. Twitter coming back from the dead. I explained for the past week or so. What a stupid trade out of me. This was an awful trade, folks. But hey, it's coming back to life. Twitter's up, trying to get on a little bit of a horse to get airborne again after getting destroyed. But that's a bad trade. I'll be the first one to admit when I place bad trades that Twitter was a bad trade. I got in right here. I'm like, Jack Dorsey leaving is going to be bullish. Slam. Oh, maybe everybody got out and slammed, and now it's they're buying it. Liking that. Good looking move. But that was a dumb trade out of me. So I am not infallible, man. Far from it. I have my shares of stupid moves, but I usually learn from those, hopefully, because that's a foray. Just like Vietnam or Afghanistan, forays don't turn out well. Okay. Right now, I'm kind of dogfighting through it, selling some short calls against my long stock to try and bring in, reduce my cost basis, but that was dumb. It's just a dumb trade. All right, I got to get going. I got a call for our No Fallen Heroes. Busy days on Mondays. We have our investor relations call where we're looking to find some big potential partners to fund the movie. And then we also have a medicine call at 3 o'clock, where we focus on the treatment and stuff like that, okay? But for Thursday at 1 p.m., make sure you join me because I'll brief you on the investment clubs. Go.topgunoptions.com/hunters, and I'll brief you on the lifetime, and also because I have some breaking news about what we're adding here at Top Gun Options that if you're a lifetime member, you get for free. And it's going to be shocking to you, the service that we're going to be adding next year. I know it'll shock you if you know me. All right, folks, I have to go. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge and God bless. Namaste.